Hey, we're Against the Current, and we're hanging out with Rob on Punkvideosrock.
You guys worked with one of my favorite artists, Andrew Goldstein, which I'm still praying that he brings back Friday Night Boys. But let's talk about the production of this record.
Sick. Yeah, I mean, Andrew actually only did one song. He did Wasteland, but some of the coolest production on the record for sure. Yeah, it was really cool. It started with this idea that he had. It was definitely a little more like dancey, like EDM kind of, which was kind of cool. It kind of intrigued us in a lot of ways. It was different. That's kind of what we were going in like looking for in the first place, like that different kind of cool song on the record.
Right.
So we kind of just like made it our own, and shed more light on it.
And then for the rest of the record, we worked with our producer Tommy English, and he was awesome to work with. We did the Gravity EP with him as well, so we already knew that we wanted to do the record with him, and we basically just kind of like, I don't know, like all the stuff that we worked with at Stinson. We got to work in this this really cool studio in Stinson Beach, California, which is where we recorded the actual record. And like there was tons of old like vintage gear there, and like all these mics and everything. So it's just like we got to play around with so many different things doing the record that we hadn't had beforehand.
How different did he make this record? I mean, since you guys have worked with him before, so how did he really challenge you guys a second time?
This time we spent a lot more time doing it. We wrote like upwards of like 30 or 40 songs for the 12-song record. Yeah, so it was great. We got to try out a bunch of new stuff.
You guys had been releasing EPs prior to that, so how do you guys feel you guys grew as musicians when you guys came into the studio this time around?
Prior to going in the studio or from the record itself?
Prior to going in for this.
Oh, I mean, just like having that experience of doing EPs under your belt is awesome. I mean, I would recommend it to any band starting out is don't try and bang out your first record right away. Like, go do the EPs, really discover yourself. Doing the EPs, we got to work with different writers, and we learned what co-writing is like. We learned how to write together better. We learned just how to be a band, how to explore different avenues of writing, all these different things that we just learned. It's just one of those things where it's like experience is ultimately the key to it. It's just like if you go in right away and try to do record number one, you're missing all of these different years of like training basically.
Now, and you mentioned co-writing. A lot of bands don't like co-writing. They feel uncomfortable about it. How do you guys feel about it? And was that something that you guys got into fairly easy, or it took you guys a while to get used to it?
I mean, we were lucky. We worked with a lot of incredible people, so we didn't have too many of those like, nightmare scenarios.
Right.
So we're really lucky in that way. And also, we just went in with the mindset of just learning. Like we weren't going in because we couldn't write our own music. We were just wanting to learn from all these people that had, even more experience than us. You know what I mean? Really looking forward to putting all of that new knowledge and all these new skills that we acquired from those experiences, put them into, like record 2. So.
Yeah.
Right. Now the album is out. And this is with Fueled by Ramen. So what is that like for you guys to be on such a label like Fueled by Ramen?
Signing the FBR, they gave us opportunities to work with so many other people, and these resources that they gave us are awesome.
Now, Warped Tour, you guys have been on this tour. It's different from any other tour, obviously. But what have you guys liked the most about this tour?
Just there's no other situation where you're around so many different artists and bands, you know what I mean? Everyone comes from a different world completely, which is so cool. Especially just there's so many artists and bands that we grew up listening to. So to be in like a zone where everyone's equal is really cool, you know what I mean? And it's cool to get to know them because they're all just like us, They're all normal people.
There's
So
no shortage of people to hang out with and people to meet all summer long. You're never going to meet everyone, so it's like you can meet someone different every day, and you still wouldn't meet everyone the entire tour.
Do you guys feel like the hectic schedules and everything that really goes on this tour is really helping you guys out for any other tour? Any other tour is probably going to seem easier for you, or?
Yeah.
Every other tour is nothing compared to this.
So I like the acoustic that you guys recently released, Young and Reckless.
Young and Relentless.
Relentless, I'm sorry. You guys shot it in London. What was that like shooting? Because you guys, it looked like it was just like a one-take thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It pretty much was. I mean, we cut it in half to go move to the park to film the second half of it, but both takes were literally just one take each. So I mean, it was a lot of fun to do. It was something really different. Definitely got a lot of stares from people on the street because it was 100% live. So there was a lot more pressure on the video because they couldn't cut things, they couldn't edit things. It was just like, this is what it is.
Right.
But we feel like it kind of showcased us as artists way more to our fans.
Right. Lastly, this tour's about to wrap. What are the plans for you guys? Are you guys going to be on tour again? Where are you guys heading?
We're out the rest of the year on our headline world tour, the In Our Bones World Tour, and yeah, we'll be out till like Christmas time this year.
And for those that don't know about Against the Current, what is so different from you guys as far as any other band goes?
I mean, I just think for us, it's like, it's one of those things that you can't really describe. It's just the feeling you get when you listen to the band, or like it's all like really like just like interwoven in the subtleties. For us, we're kind of this weird, like, we're a pop band, but we're also kind of alternative, and we have these rock influences. But then you have a song like Wasteland, which could easily be like remixed into like a EDM track. So it's just, for us, we're not scared of anything, but somehow everything remains cohesive at the same time. So it kind of just like, the music really speaks for itself. It's hard to kind of ever put it into words, which is kind of the point of music in the first place, is that, you know, it says something that words can't.
Yeah, I think unlike a lot of other, like, you know, like a lot of other bands and stuff, we really do have something to offer to pretty much everyone, no matter what you're accustomed to, really.
Right.
Like people from like metal bands and stuff will be like, oh, I like, you know, I like your music. It's like, whoa, that's really cool. So that's always our goal, you know. We just, because we like so many different kinds of music, so many different genres.
Right, it's hard
so
to just stick to one.
That kind of comes out in our music, and there's something for everyone.